Positive habits and routines. How can they help your health? Well, I'm Rodger Duckworth, and for the last 30 years, I've helped people often at the edge of despair, not just manage but overcome their chronic health and pain. Habits, rituals, routines, how are they going to help us or even not help? One thing to think about is safety. The body has an experience of whether it feels safe or not. Now, it might mean that if at a moment I'm going into an interview and I might feel safe, but the body will feel like, oh gosh, it's important that I get this job, or what if I don't get it, and oh, what are the implications? I need the money and can't pay the mortgage, and there's a stress. And so safety and stress are highly connected. Again, short term, that's part of life, and we build a capacity to be with that more. So it's not about avoiding stress. Stress isn't bad, it's a part of life. Safety can come and go. We can walk down the road and it keeps us safe by going, I don't like the look of that person across the road. I'm going to just, step into the shop here and because I don't like the way he's looking at me. So all of those things are part of life and they're not wrong. And short term, our body copes with them. But if we put ourselves into situations where we're in a very protracted period of not feeling safe, that's protracted stress in the system, and that will create dis-ease, health issues, and potentially contribute to amplification or creation of our pain. So, the body likes ritual to an extent because it feels familiar. We like walking home, we like seeing the cat that comes up to us, we like the coffee just the way that we like it, we like the people around us in the workplace, hopefully, that make us feel safe. And so that puts our body into a particular state of physiology, and that means that leads to good health. Then there's the aspect of sleep hygiene, for example. If we go to bed at certain times and we get into some habits, the body learns this sort of clockwork. People might have heard of like the old Pavlov dogs experiment. And for those that don't, it's just the body becoming like a routine. It's 12 o'clock. Therefore, the dog salivates, even though there's no meat anymore, because the clock was chiming, and they get to know their body clock. And our body clock will wake at certain times. We'll often wake up before our alarm clock because the body knows. So routines can be really good. Now, the body can be quite plastic at changing and saying, well, I need to get up for an early flight. But we all know if we wake up at a different time because we have to get up for an early flight, even if we've gone to bed early and we've had the same number of physical hours of sleep, we don't feel the same. So there's an indication of the power of routine. It's not just how many hours sleep did I have. And actually you might have had a more broken night's sleep because you went at 8 o'clock, because you had to get up at 4 o'clock. So you've still had those 8 hours of sleep, but they're not where they should be for your normal daily routine. And that has an impact on how you feel. Yeah, and the body's rhythm, its biorhythms are a real thing. So timings of day, we all know the impact of light. Yeah, we are affected by our environment much, much more than we think. We think we're these machines, but fascinating. I mean, we know, for example, that there are statistically more hospital admissions for psychiatric events around a full moon. There are statistically more babies born around a full moon. Shoals of fish move around a full moon. People are not separate from their environment. Yeah. Now the Chinese recognized this a long time ago, and we thought that in Chinese medicine that we were so much superior to them in Western medicine. Well, we were just being phenomenally arrogant. They have always understood that we're not separate from our environment, we're not separate from other people, we're not separate from the sun, the moon, the world around us, the trees. This routine is part of that environment. Yeah, I get up at that time, I have a cup of coffee that tastes like this, I say good morning to my partner. Yeah. These routines are important. I go to a place of work and there's some degree of certainty about it. That creates a safety in our system, which means that it actually operates at relatively low effort and low energy. It means that we can do more, and then when we're also feeling safe, we can generally feel more engaged and happier because we're not in a defensive place. So there's lots of implications. Our emotional state will feel better because we might be able to engage with people so that we get human interaction. That might impact our mood, might impact depression. These can really impact on our health. So sometimes, and I know this from my own healing journey, putting some kind of routines and rituals into things can be very powerful.